Alright, hello citizens of the Nigelverse. It's Nigel once again, and this is going to be another wrestling review. So, we are continuing our look at absolute classics, WrestleMania classics that is, for the month of March. And this one is an absolute classic. It's to just about everyone. Well, almost everyone. What do I mean by that? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the match itself. I'm, of course, talking about WrestleMania 21. Shawn Michaels going up against Kurt Angle. Well, Mr. WrestleMania, the showstopper, seeks to best the Olympic gold medalist. It's who will walk out on top. We'll find out. So, as always, I'm not not a professional wrestling reviewer, analyst, or anything like that. It's just a man who enjoys a good time, and I had a phenomenal time watching this match. It had been a while since I seen this match, so to go back and watch it, it it again this time, of course, for the purpose of review, but also to check it out again, and it's just as good as I remember it, possibly even better. But without further ado, let's get right into it. If you've seen these reviews before, you kind of already know how this works. If you haven't, I'm gonna be talking about what I liked and disliked about the match. So starting with what I liked, this match was just a whole lot of fun. In fact, this feud mostly was quite a bit of fun. So this all stemmed from Kurt Angle being eliminated by Shawn Michaels at the Royal Rumble and getting a little salty about it, costing Michaels the match, not lock him in the ankle lock. So eventually, the match is made. Kurt Angle's trying to go after the WWE Championship. I was kind of reading up on the build to see how he got here, and Kurt Angle was trying to vie for the shot at the WWE Championship. Ultimately, that of course went to Mr. Cena. Oh, so that's how John Cena got the match. Go check out my review of the Royal Rumble 2005 if you haven't already. But it also Angle instead challenges Shawn to this match, and like I said, the build was a lot of fun, including when Kurt Angle parodied Shawn Michaels. He showed up with the chaps and the shirt, or even had Sensational Sherry with him, and so Kurt Angle definitely did his homework. Or, he's just a sexy Kurt. Seeker, and he'll make your ankle hurt, and kind of telling how this match will turn out, but we'll get to that. But yeah, so just a lot of fun there, and of course, including beating up Marty Jannetty. This was when Marty Jannetty was back in the fold. Shawn and Marty had reunited the Rockers, but it was ultimately pretty short lived. And apparently, rumor has it that Marty Jannetty, he kind of being out of WWE. I forget how exactly he left. I'm sure some people can take some guesses, unfortunately, when it comes to Marty Jannetty. But him leaving, apparently the rumor is I don't fully know if this was confirmed or not, but that's what led to the 2006 reunion of D-Generation X. So whether you liked that run of DX or you didn't, and I guess you have the Rockers reunion falling through to thank for that. But no, so it all comes to a head here. Who is the better man between the two? Will it be proven in this match? We'll find out. But yeah, so the feud was a lot of fun, and this match definitely was a lot of fun as well. Not only showing what makes and you'll notice I've said this quite a bit when it comes to matches I enjoy, but that's really what you want. Showing the best, it's like showing the best of both men. Like Kurt Angle, a lot of the ground based, very much ground based, I should say, very mat based, submission oriented. But he does bust out a moonsault in this match. And meanwhile, Shawn very fast paced, very electric, of course. So being able to show that off, but Shawn also going on the mat with Angle, showing some technical prowess of his own. Shawn Michaels definitely no slouch either, but and Angle, I guess, kind of taking with that moonsault, with the aforementioned moonsault, kind of taking a page out of Shawn Michaels' book. They even call on your commentary team for this match, of course, is Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler, but they kind of call out like, hey, Kurt Angle doing a very Shawn Michaels esque moonsault, even though the moonsault is something Kurt Angle did pretty often, and or who knows, it might not have been up to this point, but almost every time I've seen Angle, he's done a moonsault, but yeah, so we're kind of showing the best of both men, but also kind of dipping into each other's playbook. Shawn Michaels kind of trying to match Kurt when it comes to technical prowess. Of course, Shawn definitely no slouch is able to, but Kurt definitely has it on lock, and then Kurt Angle was has some high flying of his own. But speaking of lock, like another story, he is Kurt Angle locking the ankle lock in multiple times on Shawn, on I think at least 3 different times. The third time, Angle not letting go. Shawn trying to fight out of the ankle lock on the third attempt, and but this one Kurt Angle locks it in and then does the grapevine and holds it there. Shawn on fighting for a while, minutes, but it's some tense minutes. Like the last few moments of the match, I think are very well done, showing those tense minutes. Shawn wanting to tap out, not quite. I want to fight out Kurt Angle, not letting go, having a death grip on that ankle before Shawn eventually succumbs and taps out. Also, I think really well done as that intensity and that and really that at has that intensity and that at next level intrigue and suspense. I think suspense was the word I was looking for. Adding that next level suspense to this match as well. That tenseness where Shawn, you don't know if he's gonna tap out or not. He's trying to fight out of it. And normally moments like that, like they get out eventually. Shawn even trying to crawl towards the ropes, Angle just pulling him right back, and that's before Angle locked in the grapevine. In fact, I think it was that spot where Angle did lock in the grapevine, where he pulled Shawn back and then locked in the grapevine. But those moments definitely make for a very fun, very fun match, fun encounter. And both men just absolutely brought it inside and outside the ring, including Shawn with a huge dive onto Angle, onto the table there, or on the outside. So just all kinds of fun stuff, and including that spot where Angle tries to suplex Shawn to the outside. It's a German suplex, and Angle trying as he might to suplex Shawn. I think you know where that's going, but yeah, so just a lot of fun stuff up there. Both men absolutely bringing it in and really showcasing the best, in a contest to see who is the better man, because that is the story throughout. I think this match did a very good job conveying that story, especially Kurt Angle being so methodical, going after the leg, really trying to put Shawn away with the ankle lock. He even nails some ankle slams in the match as well. I think he nailed, I believe it was, I know he definitely nailed the one, but I think he nailed another one as well. But it's kind of, it's not from a lack of interest. It's quite a bit happened, and honestly, my words will not do this match justice. Definitely check out this match. If and even even before I get into the cons / the nitpicks, but even the commentary putting over how great these two guys are. Now, this is technically a SmackDown vs. Raw match because Kurt Angle is a SmackDown superstar at this point. Meanwhile, Shawn is on Raw, but really putting these guys over, including Jim Ross saying something incredibly prophetic, saying he wouldn't be surprised if both these men are saying something to the effect of both these men will be in the Hall of Fame someday. And Jim and JR, you absolutely called it, because as both these men would go on to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Shawn Michaels in 2011 and Kurt Angle, of course, in 2017. So JR definitely right on the money with that one, and putting over both men's ability on commentary, which is why so many people love Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler. May very well be the best commentary duo in WWE history. For stuff like that, it wasn't like the commentary I mentioned and can usually be either annoying or at least a non-factor, but sometimes it can help out the match. I think in putting over these guys, adding that little extra oomph to what's already being shown in the ring, I think really helped elevate this match as just even further. If I had to find anything to nitpick about this match, although usually these do turn out to be very much not on points. And if I did have to find anything to nitpick out of this match, maybe a tad bit more that had high flying from Shawn, but that wasn't the story. So, like I said, had very much a non-point, but that high flying, fast paced offense from Shawn, you still have it here, but just a tad bit more, and it still would have made for a solid match. It's still already a solid match, but even just that tad bit more, that's really a non-issue in the grand scheme of things. So I mentioned at the beginning, this was a WrestleMania Classic to everyone, perhaps except for one, and that being Dave Meltzer. Yes, this match famously only received 4.75 stars in the Wrestling Observer when Dave Meltzer did his pay-per-view ratings. This match received the 4.75 stars instead of the 5 stars that everyone felt like it should have gotten. Like a lot of people felt like this match got robbed of that had a quarter of a star or I feel like this match absolutely should have gotten that a final quarter star and especially compared to a lot of the other matches that I've gotten 5 stars. Technically, because of the 5 star match as rated by Dave Meltzer, that was the ladder match for the North American title at NXT Takeover New Orleans in 2018. Technically, Lars Sullivan has more 5 star matches than Kurt Angle, and that's a shame. Even Shawn doesn't have that many. I think the only ones that Shawn has from Dave Meltzer slash the Wrestling Observer newsletter is the Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood '97 against the Undertaker, which I reviewed a while ago. I think last year on the channel. So if you're ever gonna go check that out, but that Hell in a Cell match, and I think one or possibly even both of his matches against the Undertaker at WrestleMania. But yeah, this match famously didn't get that star. Now, this is what I'll say about it. First of all, of course, Dave Meltzer is entitled to his own opinion, and that goes without saying. Dave Meltzer is definitely very much entitled to his own opinion, and however he wants to feel about a match, he has every right to do so. Well, that and usually the star ratings usually mean pretty little in the grand scheme of things. That's more so his interpretation of things, but I try not to let it dampen or even in some cases heighten my enjoyment of a match. Like usually I decide for myself whether or not a match is good or not as good based off my own opinion, which I do implore you guys to do the same as well. If you enjoy something, and it doesn't even have to be a wrestling match, but just anything. If you enjoy something, then just enjoy it because you enjoy it, not necessarily because someone else told you to, but enjoy it because you want to enjoy it. Don't enjoy it because you don't enjoy it. Like, hey, whatever you enjoy or whatever you don't enjoy, I feel like, hey, it should be on you. It shouldn't be because someone else told you and that's definitely the case here with a lot of people saying no. Dave Meltzer tripping. This is definitely a 5 star match. That's a lot of people. That's how a lot of people feel, and I definitely echo those sentiments. But I think the other thing with Dave Meltzer and his opinions is that they're usually placed on this pedestal to where his opinions on everything, which, like I mentioned, he's entitled to have, and that I have no problem with. But I feel like oftentimes his opinions on, on things are usually placed on this pedestal, and his word is essentially treated like gospel. And I think that I take some issue with because when he reports on things, there are plenty of things he's gotten wrong, but nobody bats 1,000. But also because he's essentially one man, and yes, the Wrestling Observer newsletter has been around for a while. Yes, they of course have their awards, and yes, even the Young Bucks have referenced Dave Meltzer. Their finisher is literally up until they turned heel and became the EVPs in AEW. Their finisher was literally called the Meltzer Driver. And yeah, they do have a number of high ranking matches under Dave Meltzer's under their belts, courtesy of Dave Meltzer. But placing him on that pedestal, I think this is the prime example of you can't always do that because you may or may not always agree with his opinions. And even me, you may not agree with all of my opinions, and you know what? That's totally fine. But I feel like definitely reach your own conclusions and definitely come to your own understanding of things. And now, how I'm not saying don't agree with Dave Meltzer. If you agree with Dave Meltzer on on some of his opinions, some of his match star ratings. That's fine, but I feel like too often it's kind of held on that pedestal where it's treated like Dave Meltzer said it's good, therefore it must be good, or Dave Meltzer said it's bad, therefore it must be bad. I've seen plenty of great matches. I've seen plenty of bad matches. I've seen plenty of matches somewhere in the middle. But I come to those conclusions usually on my own. Oh, now oh no! I see. I do see what other people are saying, because then I can like agree and disagree. Like, oh, okay, that's a good point. Yeah, I agree with that. Or, and I don't necessarily agree with that. But I come to those conclusions on my own, and I definitely implore you guys to do the same. But nevertheless, as that being said, even if it's not 5-star from Dave Meltzer, this match is a 5-star in my book. Look, and that's all that matters, or at least for me. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video, so you can see as soon as it drops. And let me know in the comments your thoughts on the match. Do you dislike the match? Do you like my review of the match? Please let me know. But nevertheless, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.